Turn me up on my headphones. Oh,
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's DJ EC3, and this is episode 191. Good Lord. Of Keep
jeez.
Grinding, the podcast. Again, I'm DJ EC3.
Tony Donez here, guys.
D, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Just got back from New Orleans.
Look at you traveling.
Man.
Did you hit up the Calliope projects?
I did not. I was looking for Holly Grove, and that was about 4 miles away. Did not look very safe, so I did not go to Holly
I
Grove.
can imagine.
I wanted to go to Holly Grove. That was definitely a part of my to-do list, but I couldn't convince my wife to go. I convinced her to go to fucking Lennox when we went to Harlem.
Yep.
That was bad enough.
Yeah.
So she was like, nope, we are not going to Holly Grove. That does not look safe.
One time we were in Atlanta. Melissa had to go for work, and I went with her, and we got off the train from the airport to the hotel, but we got off a little too early. And as we're walking, I see all these street names, dude, and I'm like, I've heard all these
Oh, yeah.
in Jeezy songs and shit. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't know if we should be like me and four fucking high school administrators walking through with suitcases and shit. Dudes were sitting out in front of the on the stoop and in front of the fucking liquor store shooting dice, just staring at us. And I was like, if I've heard these names and songs, we probably shouldn't be around here.
Dude, we went to the danger zone. We went to Harlem. That's what it was called, right? I was like, man, but it was definitely New Orleans was a sight. Definitely recommend to go. You're going to go pretty soon.
To be there in about a little over a month.
The food was great. The sights are great. It's a very old city.
Yeah.
A lot of history. If you like to party at night, I guess that's the spot for you too.
Yeah.
We got kind of partied out to the second day. I was like, oh, man.
It's funny. We're taking the girls. My youngest turns 21 here in about 2-3 weeks, and so it'll be the first time we go with our girls when they're of age to drink,
for sure.
22, 21, and then they're each bringing a friend. The boyfriends were supposed to go, and boyfriend not around anymore. The other boyfriend can't make it, so Mia's bringing one of her friends. Giselle's bringing two of her friends. So I'm like crashing the girls' trip.
Okay.
And I know they're going to want to party. I told Melissa, I go, we give them some drink money, and we go back to the room.
Oh, 100%.
I'm not trying to be all out all late.
Because it's that age demographic.
Yeah.
It's definitely that 21 to 30. Having a good time, maybe their first time having a good time.
Right.
It was definitely a sight to see.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to some food, some sights.
The food was great, bro. The food was great.
Melissa loves doing all the planning shit, so she's got all the sightseeing stuff taken care of. So, man, it'll be fun.
And the travel wasn't hard. Like, you know, bro, the New York trip is rough.
Yeah.
The New Orleans trip is not as rough, thank God.
You know, it's funny. The first flight I ever took, I was 20. I had never been on a plane before then, and it was like a 5.5 hour flight to Maui. Oh, yeah. So, like, that was my first flight. So everything past that is like, everything before has been pretty easy. But yeah, flying doesn't really bother me. I like it. Take a little pill and some gummies, and I sleep through the flight.
Oh, yeah, man. No, I like a little bit of liquor in here. Just knock my ass out.
So, bro, we talk about home life and domestic life and home ownership and shit. So this weekend, man, fucking full-on war, me and possums.
Whoa.
Got a fucking family of possums somewhere in my backyard.
Oh, shit.
And our sweet little Layla girl, my husky, my dog, is a full-blown murderer.
Oh, man, she killed some of them? All of them?
Dude, she just keeps bringing them up. It's like 3 days in a row. She dropped a dead fucking possum in front of our back door. And then last night, dude, I sleep through shit, man. I'm a heavy sleeper. And so Melissa's not at all. And apparently there was like a possum crying in our patio all night. And Melissa could hear it, and the dog's fucking going wild inside the house.
Damn.
And, dude, I've been scooping up dead possums, throwing them away, throwing them in the back, trying to find.
Damn.
Dude, it's wild. I'm like the goddamn crocodile hunter out here, man. Just trying to
They're real.
be in the fucking possum. I mean, they're like little, we learned a lot about possums the last couple of days, so I thought they were like babies because they're only, a couple, 4 inches or so.
Yeah.
But apparently, like, when possums are born, they're like the size of a bee.
Oh, shit.
And they stay in the mom's pouch. And then once they get a little bit bigger, they release them out to go do their thing. And they did their thing in the wrong spot. And Layla came back with fucking possums in her mouth, dude.
Damn. She's an East Side dog, baby.
East Side, yeah. The hill came out of her, man.
She's a hunter, bro.
So and Melissa babies that dog. Dude. So I'm like, you fucking murderer. My dog's she got the taste of blood. And
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, dude, I've been fighting possums all weekend. I thought I was going to have a chill weekend, and nope, I'm out there with fucking shovels and trying to find possums. I'm filling holes where they might be burrowing, and
Yeah, dude, that shit
that
sucks.
domestic life is real, guys.
Dude, I had to clean my backyard last week and it was horrible. Like I had to get a weed eater to do the whole backyard.
Oh
That
man.
was horrible. Two mouses came out the grass. I was like, oh
Oh
shit,
yeah.
they do exist.
Yes. Oh, dude.
Fucking horrendous, bro. It's like I, I don't know how people. Hey, shout out to everybody doing real man work.
Yeah, or people who do pest control for a living.
That too.
Like that's I have my pest control guys. Shout out to they're not a sponsor, but Jaime and Sons Pest Control. They've been my dudes for probably 12 years now. They've been taking care of me, and man, those dudes will just grab a rat by the tail and fucking walk off with it, and I'm like, you go. That's a level of man that I may never be.
Yeah, dude. I don't want to. I'm not built for that.
No.
I don't care for rodents. I don't care for big motherfuckers.
Rodents and frogs. Frogs weird me out, dude.
Oh.
Because they're all squirrely and they jump and shit. So,
Dude, one time I think I told you the story. We had a mouse in the house, bro. And we're thinking, oh yeah, Cabal, because Cabal is really good about. He knows, right?
he's on the attack.
That motherfucker came. He looked at it, turned around, lay down. I'm like, man. And Kenny looked at it and ran away. I'm like, damn, these fucking dogs, these bonds.
So Melissa's convinced that Layla was like trying to play with him because like she didn't like bite into him and rip them and all bloody and shit, but she brought them to us and they were just all limp in her mouth, like. And so Melissa's convinced that she was like trying to play with them, and by the time she picked them up, like she just bit into him a little bit and kind of gave him a slow death. But I don't know.
That's
man,
how, dude. That's how it was with Cabal. When Cabal had those roosters that hopped over the fence that I was blamed for, dude. He was literally just playing with it and gave it the little paw, and that paw broke his neck, and he was like, "Damn,
he
I
went
killed
hard
my
in the
boy."
yard, man.
Oh man,
That's funny shit, dude. So yeah, that's been my weekend so far, man.
I love it, bro.
I was the fucking possum wrangler.
We're active. I love it. I love it. Keep Grinding podcast. Make sure you follow us. We're going to drop some exclusive content today. Man, we have a monumental, I think, podcast coming up because we have a monumental album we're talking about. D, what's in the deck today?
Man, going through this one, I forgot just how great
It's a
this
great album.
is. The game, the documentary, man, the debut.
Oh, man.
Wow.
January 18th, 2005, the game dropped the documentary, and this was number one on Billboard, selling 586,000 its first week. And by the end of the year, bro, that's March to 11th, that's about 8 months later, 2.5 million copies.
Whoa.
Talk about platinum sales. What a time.
Man.
Fresh off this, we're going on this junior run. We went to Get Rich or Die Trying, Hunger for More, straight out of Cashville into this album, and what a setup, what a layout it was. Very we'll talk about the layout too, but this was
the promotion behind this was always dope, man. And the game was like it's back then, like we didn't have social media. We didn't get to see the come up.
Dude, I know,
so
bro.
it seemed like this dude just appeared out of nowhere and blew up, and that kind of added to the hype and added to like the lore that is the game, because it was well after he was making music that people were like, oh shit, he was on dating games and shit, and like he was already this other dude, but we didn't really know all of that, at least not widely. I'm sure some people knew, but like the build up and the hype and like creating this character almost of like, who is this dude? Waiting for the debut. It was wild.
I
Wild
remember
times.
the How We Do video. We were just waiting to see what this guy looked like, because
Yep.
it was like a ghost, bro.
Yep.
So weird. And again, this album too, man. This brought back the West Coast in a weird way. And
It did.
I don't know how I was thinking about this morning. Is the documentary to what Ready to Die was when it brought back, and maybe Illmatic bringing back their coast to the forefront of the game?
I definitely got those vibes when I was listening. In fact, Illmatic came to mind just for a couple different reasons. Biggie came to mind for a couple of reasons. But yeah, it's like a debut. Very similar to what Snoop did. And as you listen to a Game album, he was not shy about letting you know who his influences are.
Definitely.
And it reminded me a lot of Doggy Style, where when it came out, it was like, oh shit, the coast, the West Coast is back. And I think we go through that in just spurts, and for a while it was the South, then it was the West again. Kendrick kind of had shit on lock last year. The East will come and they'll do their thing. So, but that was the time where it was really heavy. We didn't really have the Midwest in that like nationally had those
Mm-hmm.
people. So it was East Coast and West Coast, and it was trying to who's gonna lock it down. And the crazy shit is, it was essentially 50 who locked down the whole goddamn country.
Yeah, definitely,
It's
bro.
wild.
And it's crazy. You see the production on this, man.
My
People
gosh.
need to. I think one day we'll talk, and I think we're going through it slowly but surely. That 99 to '06 time of the
Man.
aftermath, dude. There was every album they had was damn near you can't miss. And this is just I can. I want
Like,
to say peak Dre, but no, this is what Dre was doing the last 6 years
yep.
on this production side. And man, just seeing the game and just the West Coast, the culture he was bringing, and it was different, bro.
Yeah.
It was so different.
No, and like producers from all over the country were working with him. It wasn't just, oh, I'm just going to work with West Coast producers. Like, he had everybody on here. It's like the who's who list of producers. Like, holy shit. And and I think that's a 50 kind of influence, is that
Mhm.
I'm going to maintain my style while still making it appealing to everyone.
Definitely.
And that's a gift, man. That's not something that's easy to do. And that's why some people make it in this business and some don't.
We start off with intro to the documentary, which I think we can kind of just not gloss over, but we know what it
Yeah.
is. Introducing
Yeah.
the game,
Yep.
and man, one of I'll never forget this cover when I was a
Oh, yeah.
kid.
The West Side Story, guys.
We start off with West Side Story with Dr. Dre and Scott Storch producing it.
Man.
Man, what an intro, and Game really showing that he's showing love to everybody just with the intro lines.
The way that beat comes in, and the Dre just, it's like Ricky Henderson, man. Like the leadoff hitter back in those days on an album was such a big thing, man. And this one was, oh man, let you know exactly what we were getting ready for the rest of this album.
And he name drops everybody's
Oh,
influenced
yeah.
by, like you said, and it's really a West Coast track, and it's
Yeah.
like we're gonna talk about West Coast anthems later on, and this is
Okay.
this is probably an honorable mention, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, no,
this
it's
is
definitely up there, man. It's definitely up there. Yeah, name drop rapper for sure. Like, it's
Yeah,
funny because
yeah.
like that ended up being kind of, I won't say his downfall, but it ended up being something that he ended up getting knocked for. Where it was kind of cool in the beginning, but like you probably will never hear a Game album without him dropping at least 5 rappers' names.
Oh yeah,
Um, one thing that stood out to me, and this is early on. This is pretty much the first we're getting to know of the Game in a this public setting. And right away, dude, he's already telling the "I got shot playing PlayStation" story.
Yeah,
That's the famous Game
Yeah,
got shot
yeah.
playing PlayStation story. He's still talking about 20 years later. But this is kind of the first time we heard it, so that was kind of funny, man.
and I look, and the big line was, "I don't do button up shirts to drive Maybachs. All your old record labels trying to advance." And he does buy a lot. He does a lot what Jay Z was doing with Big.
Yep.
Just a lot of rhymes he's recreating, he's
Yes.
bodying, but he's making it its own. And
Yep.
50 on the hook too. Look, we got to.
Yeah.
It's man.
I kind of noticed, and it started, with this song, but I kind of noticed there was a bit of a formula in, first verse, kind of intro, little, not, I don't want to say basic, but it's his typical flow. And then the second verse kind of plays just a little different, maybe rides the beat a little more. But then the third verse, in damn near every song, he hops in the pocket, like on the third verse. And in this one, dude, he jumped in right away, and he'll hit like 4 or 5 bars in a row where it's the same rhyme pattern, and he rides the beat, and you know, kind of like that's his formula, and that's what works for him, because I saw it a lot through this album.
I ain't gotta tuck in my chain like TJ Pooh. I'm gangster, more like Debo when he was Zeus. Played Bishop. I think that picture now got the juice. He is like he's
Yes.
always been good at playing the
Yes.
culture in his raps.
Absolutely.
And this beat, man, that clap, like I said, the
Yep.
pianos, him and Dre and Scott Storch right here. One of the honestly a beat that doesn't get talked to about a lot nowadays.
No.
People kind of gloss over this. And this was a
And
beautiful one.
there's a few beats on this album that I'm like, God damn, I forgot how great this was.
Yeah, for sure, man. So West Side Story, awesome.
Yep.
Man, we knew really early when we heard this too. I'm sure. I would love to hear your reaction. Like we have Dreams by Kanye, with Kanye West on the track or on the boards. What was your first reaction when you heard this one?
It's one of those, the song, guys, if you've never heard it, please go listen.
Yeah, for sure.
At the time, it was a marriage that I didn't know would work like this. Kanye was still kind of early in his beat making process. He was still kind of getting his name out there, and he was like on his ascend. I wouldn't say he wasn't like a newcomer by any stretch, but he was kind of on that rise. And he gave this soulful ass beat to somebody who usually makes kind of hard ass gangster music, and right away you hear the Biggie inspiration, dreams, and
Oh
Biggie had
yeah.
dreams of fucking an
Oh
R&B
yeah.
bitch,
Oh yeah.
you know, and the way he rides this beat, man, and Kanye just makes this is like a classic Kanye beat, guys. You know, with the soul samples and everything, that's what Kanye does great. I've always loved how he incorporates the actual words of the sample into the lyrics. That's always been a cool thing to me. That was he was really one of the first to do that. He was kind of what Primo did with the scratches in a hook. Kanye kind of brought that
I like that.
to within a verse. But man, yes,
Games in his pocket on here
games
too,
in
bro.
his pocket.
There was no rack. Honestly, not a bad. There's not a lot of bad verses on this
No,
album.
no.
And just like working with Dr. Dre was a dream. I had visions of making the classic, and then I turned my back like I was staring at Stevie Wonder's glasses. And like again, just the name dropping and coming back from a fatal. You know, just talk about Kanye's story and, man, I just the hook is crazy, man.
And it's there's a lot of kind of hip hop staples as far as how the what kind of songs are on this, and there's always the come up, there's always the look where I started, look where I'm at. But talking about like that's one thing Game was always really good at. Like he was really good about talking like internal feelings and talking about like, yes, I'm proud, I made it, but he didn't make it sound soft. You know what I mean? Like he was always in his pocket doing that and stayed with it himself, and made like these come up stories, and I achieved my dreams, but made it sound kind of gangsta, if that makes sense.
But even that second verse, man, I love Maya and that King
Oh,
magazine. I
yes.
remember I was like 14
Yeah.
looking at that thing, like, oh my god,
You see Maya now?
you're beautiful.
She aging in reverse, man.
Yeah, dude.
That woman is gorgeous.
And man, and used to be dream of being unsigned hype too. I was crushed by Dave Mays, almost left my pen and fell asleep on the page. And like now I'm older, I'm like, okay, I like the whole daydreaming, seeing Easy talk to Jam Master Jay. It's to get the ears.
Yes,
his
of course.
storytelling is
Yes.
to get the ears
And he's always he is never shy. Like I said, he will always acknowledge the greats. He will always acknowledge, where he stands in that too. Like, and and we'll talk about it later. There's a song with Eminem where in his verse he's like, "M cooked me on my own song."
Yeah, for sure.
Like, and he's willing to admit that. So like, while he's this kind of bold, braggadocious type of like, he's also there's some humbleness in that. He's like, yeah, these greats are what inspired me to do this, and I'm just trying to be what they are.
Wake up to a Jesus piece like a Catholic nun. The war to be a rap legend has just begun.
Wake up to a Jesus piece like a Catholic nun is wild.
Dude, I know, bro. I know, man. This was man, the way he flowed, man.
Yeah.
They say that this is kind of the restart of the album when they first dropped it. They said,
Right.
okay, we need to kind of revamp it.
Yeah.
And just to have a Kanye be at this time and just to have that chemistry, and it was made for this beat was made for the game, bro.
Yeah.
One of his best songs he ever
Yep.
made, and
Yep,
love
definitely.
it, bro. Love it.
Definitely.
Next song we have, man, another one. Dude, you were right. This is this album damn near can't miss.
Yeah, it's
Hate it or love it,
man, timeless,
man. Very, very. It's still to this day
timeless.
is something that we always.
You know what's funny is I've had I don't want to say arguments, but I had debates with people in the past. Is this a 50 song or is this a Game song?
This is one of those things where 50 gave it to Game. I think, bro.
Exactly,
This has
and
to be.
it's got 250 verses on it, which
Yeah.
has always kind of made me lean towards a 50 song. But it appeared here first, so
The beat is beautiful. The samples are beautiful. Cool and Dre.
Rubber Band Man.
Cool and Dre built and I know they were around before this, but they built their whole career off
Yes.
this song. And man, 50 comes up. Coming up, I was confused. My mom kissing a girl. Confusion occurs coming up in the cold world. And just the storytelling that 50
probably out
does.
committing felonies.
My favorite rapper used to say, check out my melody.
Whew.
And it's like, this is a hip hop,
Yeah.
another hit. When I say, hey man, you like hip hop? Nah, what song should I listen to? This is one of those songs you say, you need to listen to this. If I had a Bible of songs that people would study religiously, it would be Hate It or Love It.
This is timeless.
Yes.
And another sign, another signature of the whole G Unit movement and everything. 50 was great, and I always say 50 because like he oversaw all this stuff. Like everything was under his watch, and he was great at releasing a single that wasn't necessarily watered down to be a single. So like every single that from almost all of his albums, you listen to them and it's like you listen to some singles and be like, oh yeah, that's the radio joint. you listen to all these singles, and you're like, that's still one of my favorite songs. Like, it's not watered down at all. 50 was great at that. That whole G Unit movement, releasing singles, um, never watered down, never kind of brought you back to like, oh yeah, he made that for radio.
This was nominated for a Grammy.
No shit.
Like I did not know that either. This was
Man.
nominated, and then like I said, 50 floats on this man.
Yeah,
This-
he does.
Again, one of the things I wish we could listen to it and just break it down. But like woke up the next morning, stole my bike, different days, same shit. Ain't nothing good in the hood. I run away from this bitch and never come back if I could. Bang.
Love it.
Oh my god, that hook is beautiful, man. Like, and you think like this is the song people say, can't imagine what could have been.
Right.
One of those what if stories.
Oh my god.
This is the Beatles in real life. This is the hip hop Beatles, bro. Like this is, and I know probably people are gonna be like, man, no way. But this is to me in my generation, this is the McCartney and Lennon.
No,
This
it was definitely a thing, guys. It was definitely, and another thing that 50 was great at, and during this whole G Unit run was the hooks were catchy, and it wasn't just a repetitive. I this, I this. Like they're almost like an additional. It's more like a bridge than a hook. You know what I mean? It's more like a little connection between the first verse and the second verse, rather than just a hook to kind of wrap it back up and start over again. So, his verses had bars in them. I mean, the hooks had bars in them. It's wild, but perfect, damn near a perfect song.
And then everybody who's trying to get their grind on, chase their dream, you're always the underdog. Because
Yes.
there's people who doubt you. People who think you're not gonna make it. This is the song for you.
Yep. Yeah.
And
And honestly, man, like, we talk about it all the time. Like, I try to maintain that mentality, dude. Like, I've never made it. You know what I mean?
Exactly,
Like,
exactly.
I've come a long way in life, but I'm never like, oh, I made it. Like, I'm always hustling. I'm always, you're on the grind. I'm on my hustle. Melissa walked into my office the other day, and I have a whiteboard that sits right behind me, and it was written out. Hustle, like, and she was like, and she went into the MERS, HUSTLE, hustle, and I was like, yes, because like, right now I'm trying to kind of get some things off the ground, and I have to hustle every day, and it's, I never just rest on my laurels, man. Like,
No, for sure.
I'm always behind the way I look at it.
Just the married life. It's just what do I tell? I tell my wife all the time. Okay, what can we do now to build it?
Yep.
Like it's great what
Yep.
we're doing now, but what can we build it more?
Yep.
Like I want to build it more. Like if there's things there's assets we got to get rid of. I'm cool with that because we're gonna invest it as something else now that I believe in that I'm good at. And
as you get older, man, it gets really easy to become stagnant.
yeah, for sure.
I have a weird relationship with the word content.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
I can be content in life. Like, I'm happy with where I'm at in life. My life, I think my life is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. But that also can have you kind of just sit and not want more and not push for more. And maybe I get into that little rut for like a month or so, and then I'm like, nah, man, I need to get back on my shit, do this, this, and this. So, but yeah, Hate It or Love It is one of those that can definitely push you to. And it's just like, it's one of those, you can listen to it in your car, you can listen to it in your headphones, bob your head to it, fucking really make you think. It's kind of one of those songs that'll kind of give you a bunch of different vibes depending on your mood.
I stay strapped like car seats. Been banging since my homie Rob got killed for his Barclays. That's 10 years. I told Pooh in 95, I'll kill you if you try to play me for my Air Max 95s. Told Banks when I met him, I'm a ride. Even if I gotta die, I'd rather homicide. I ain't had 50 Cent when my grandma died. Now I'm going back to Cali with my Jacob on. See how time fly. Like,
And another thing I noticed in the song, Dump a Body and Marcy, like another one that can be taken as a shot at Jay. And I'm like, man, you never know with Game. The game is he was like hip hop's original troll. You know what I mean? Like he did well. I mean, I guess 50 was, but Game definitely
you're
was
taking shots at motherfuckers, dude.
Yeah, Game was definitely in that same ilk, man, where he was like, I don't mind trolling people.
I love the hook, the bridge on it from the beginning to the end. Losers lose, winners win. This is real. We ain't got to pretend. And man, again, 50 and man, the Game used to see 5-0 throw a crack by the bench. Now fucking with 5-0, so it's all starting to make sense. Like, man, this is
Great song.
Parker's gone and Brenda's still throwing babies in the garbage. I want to know what's going on. Like I hear Marvin. Beautiful song, man.
Yeah.
One of the what a
It's an
start of
all-timer.
the album, dude.
It's an all-timer, man.
100%. Next one here. The next one here is one I forget about. Believe it or not, I forget about the song once in a while.
I did too, man. Like,
Higher.
As soon as that beat came in, I was like, fuck, that it was just like a thundering fucking drums that came in on this, man.
My guy Dre was on his shit. This is like the if I can't of this album in a
I
weird
like
way.
it. I like it.
I
I like the comparison.
It's not that I can't stop. It's not that I won't stop. I'll make it hot.
I'll
And
do it.
this is one of the I think this is one of the best Game and Dre collaborations.
Yes.
Not that we had a whole bunch of them, but man, this could get you up and going. This is some motivating
Yeah.
shit. The way he's laced up the words on this thing, and
This is one of those beats that kind of felt like this melding of you had serious West Coast drums.
Oh, yeah.
I mean the drums are just straight up, hard as got 215s on the trunk kind of drums. But then there was that kind of early 2000s almost electric sound that was coming from the east that he kind of put in there. Scott Storch piano type, keyboard stuff. Man, it just came together to make a beautiful beat. And Game, one thing I noticed, and it happens early on, probably first 10 songs, he doesn't really have to change his flow for any beat. Like his flow can ride any type of beat. Like it's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different types of beats. His flow is pretty much the same on every one as far as the cadence and everything, and he doesn't have to change it up. It's beautiful, man.
who the fuck y'all thought was coming after Young Buck?
Yeah.
Hip Hop Where's Nice Man, Mr. Gangster Back in the Black Nike Airs. And you want war? We can settle it right here. I got a squad, EVE and Busta Rhymes. Yeah, because this was, dude.
Yeah,
the rollout. People, I don't think we talked about this enough either. After the game, they had that double XL cover with him, Eve, Busta.
Yep. Oh yeah,
Like,
they were putting something huge together, man. Like they were building an army, dude. Like Dre had all these producers under his wing and all these dudes that, like at this point too, like Just Blaze is making beats regularly for them. Havoc's making beats regularly for them. Like this is, then he had Needles and High Tech and all these dudes who were, Focus is on this album. And I'm like, damn, I forgot all about Focus. But they were building something, man. And Busta, Eve, and this is around the time the whole Rakim, rumors and stuff were going on. So yeah, it was an army going on here, man.
And it's like, dude, you think Dre thinking like, man, this was the perfect timing for everything, and it didn't work out. Why would I try to do that again when I had all the stars aligned already? And maybe it just isn't meant to be, and maybe just the hip hop game isn't gonna be what the rock and roll game could be, or like you see what NSYNC's manager did. Like Lou had both of those squads at the same time going against each other. It's like maybe Dre said these guys can't coexist. This world can't coexist. Everything's ego. Everything's crabs in the bucket and shit. Right? It's like, man. This was a beautiful time, though, man. This is
and I think too with Dre, and I think this will always be the thing with Dre is that there's not a lot of people out there that are gonna meet his work ethic and meet like the standards that he sets. They've told those stories about a dude like Rakim or Joel Ortiz who were like, man, I just put out this dope ass flow, and Dre's like, nope, not good enough. We got to do this over, and they just got tired of that shit. And maybe it's just different styles of work, but Dre has a formula, obviously, that works, and not everybody works on that formula, I guess. But he was collecting pieces left and right, man. It's crazy.
Man. No, this was a beautiful time, bro. This beat is crazy. I just think, like, we see our first little Snoop Dogg glimpse here.
Yep.
Wasn't a lot, but I think that's the only time we hear Snoop on this, which I was always surprised about.
Yeah.
I thought we would have more Snoop. I guess not as a cosign, but just a part of it.
Right. And I think at the time, too, like, I don't think everything was quite back to copacetic with everybody. You know what I mean? Like, and you gotta remember at this time too, like Snoop was coming off like contracts, like 3 different record labels, and so there was a time where the business didn't allow for things to happen. Sometimes, dudes were signed to people and they couldn't do features with other people, and it was a weird time, man, because it got very territorial in the music game because the record labels were all fighting for money. It's not like it was now where dudes can just make a song, throw it out. Like you had to go through a lot of channels to get shit out.
Drop down to the eagle. Fuck that road and just pull up the pants and lean back. Shot Nelly. 1,000% of shot Nelly.
Right. He says something about Nelly later on in the album too. Like he flat out says his name if I remember right.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
My favorite Game is a funny dude, man. Game always has some comedy in his. And the line, I won't fuck Mariah, got a forehead like Tyra. The forehead like Tyra, man. That's mean, but it's hilarious.
No, for sure, man. And the line that I always remember as a kid, like, look out for detox.
I knew it was coming, dude. I brought it right here. Like, guys, if you don't know, so little history lesson right here.
Years.
Like, there was two things that from the time I met Ernie until probably maybe even 10 years ago, like it lasted a while.
A long while.
There was two things that he was dead set on. One, Tupac is still alive.
100%.
This dude was bringing me weird ass pictures from the internet and blurry ass looked like like the shots of Bigfoot like off in the distance, and it was just a bald brother with a bandana. He's like, it's Tupac, he's alive in Cuba. Like, and this is like 10-year-old Ernie. This isn't like he was young deep into this. But the other one, and it's I'm gonna venture to say he's probably still got a little bit left in him.
Man,
Detox is coming. Detox is coming.
I searched so much. I searched so long. And
if you don't know Detox, that was supposed to be the follow-up album to Chronic 2001. And Dre, he teased it I don't know how many times, and everywhere it was always Detox is coming. Look out for he says it here, look out for Detox. And this dude was all over it, man. And it would have been a beautiful thing.
It would have been.
It would have been.
I searched long and hard, but you know what? That kind of made me discover so many artists because I'm thinking, this guy's Joe Beast is going to be with Detox. Oh, Joel's going to be. Stat's going to be. Bishop's going to be. Who else we got? Fucking Slim the Mobster. We found a lot of beautiful music, man. Tito Lopez. Dude, so many guys. That was kind of like, I don't know. But then, dude, I'm kind of glad he didn't drop it because I think it would have been a snoozer.
Well,
I hate to say it. Ugh.
And there's definitely, especially now, like it's tough to live up to when you've built up your hype.
Yes.
You get to a point where like it's almost impossible to live up to.
Yes.
Totally off the rails with this one. The movie Heat, like De Niro and Pacino in a movie together, like that was like the dream.
Mm-hmm.
And people trashed it early because there was no way it could live up to the hype of Pacino and De Niro doing a movie together. If you watch it now, the movie's great. I love Heat.
Yeah, for sure.
But like when it first came out, like people were like, it could have been better.
Damn, that's crazy.
You know what I mean? That's just you build up a hype around like these legendary people, and there's no way it can live up to the hype. That's why I hate when people are like, "This is the best movie I've ever seen." So I go into it wanting to see the best movie I've ever seen. I'm like, it was okay.
I've learned to the last couple of years, I guess because I'm a little older now, to have no expectations going into anything.
Yep.
Because everything I've ever had high. Star Wars was the epitome of my high expectations when the new one came out.
Right.
The great, The Force Awakens. God, okay, fine, I can kind of see it. Then The Last Jedi killed me, and then Skywalker Rises. Is that what it's called? Can't even tell you. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Like I was so motivated. Like, dude, because they're laughing at me. So I prayed to God all my life to say, God, let me see a Mortal Kombat movie. Don't take me. And now Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out. And I prayed to God, just let me live to see this. And I stopped praying to God a long time ago for our Detox because I don't think it's coming out, my guy. But you hear the Compton album, Missionary. They're good. I've stopped saying it's going to be the best shit ever because you know what? It's going to be what they're into at this time. The art that they have now, this is the best they could do. And I'm going to accept it for what it is. I think the Marsha album, going on a limb here, Marsha album's better than Missionary.
Marsha album was beautiful.
God, and people, I don't know, maybe just in Bakersfield they don't talk about it, or maybe I'm not looking at the right.
Well, we just run
community boards.
Maybe we don't run in circles that appreciate that.
Yeah, man, this Marsha album was beautiful, and the whole album produced by Dre is a very rare occurrence.
Yeah, not many people can say they got one of those.
Man.
But yeah, it's just, and that's one thing, like we set up our own expectations for stuff, and perspective is a word I'm big on because like if Detox were to come out, I would have this vision of what it should be because it's been built up for so long. Dre's in a totally different place in his life, and he may make an album that's completely different. And I may be really disappointed because it's not what I thought it should be. Like, I really try to go into things and be like, all right, what are they trying to accomplish with this? And that's hard, man. We can be selfish people sometimes, and we want shit our way because we've been wanting it for so long, and then it doesn't meet our expectations. That doesn't mean it's bad, though.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
That's some life lessons from the Keep Grinding podcast.
Oh yeah, man, we out here. Dre, drop that shit, man.
That being said, drop Detox.
Hey man, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I have a feeling that when the man passed, we're gonna get some drops.
There's an album there.
Yeah, I think that's the only because he doesn't want to see the Maybe he doesn't want to see the criticism of it. You know what I mean?
Could be. Could be.
Next song, what we did live to see, which was a crazy time, man.
So,
How we do. Oh my lord! Again,
like,
50 Cent.
like I was listening. Is there an album that comes with 5 heaters in a row like this to start like maybe ever?
I don't think so, man. 'Cause
Man, like every song so far, I'm like, this could be the best song in the album, and I've said that 5 times in a row now.
this is something that to this day, I played it last night, and Mikey's family don't listen to hip hop music like that.
Right,
People are out there
they're ready.
dance that dun, 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 that bass line, that kick and that clap. What a perfect,
Yeah.
one of the best beats I've ever heard made, and it's so simple.
Yeah, those hand claps
Oh my god,
give
man.
such an old school, like the hand claps and the drums give such an old school vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But then you add in, like I said, and I think I said it in higher, like you add in these kind of more new school electronic sounds to it, and anytime I hear any kind of keyboards or pianos on a Dre song, I just assume it's Scott Storch.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, works so damn good. It's beautiful.
Fresh like Impala, Chrome hydraulics, 808 drums. You don't want better run. When beef is on, I'll pop that trunk. Dude, the way he flows on this is a very unique flow.
Little stop and go. This is the first time I had it in my notes. This is like the first time you see a different style flow,
Yes.
and it works. It works perfect, man.
And didn't say, dude, if you look at what he said, he's not saying a lot, but it just fit the beat. It's a
Yep.
club banger, and man, people still get down to this, bro. This is one of those. And when 50 comes on, I put that Lamborghini doors on the end. Oh my god, dude!
I
I
said in here,
still
at this point of time, 50 features like a cheat code.
yes,
Like
man.
like you put 50 on a song, it was gonna be 10 times better. That's just what it was. 50 was just that dude at the time.
Touch me, tease me, kiss me, please me. I give and dude, just I used to think that shit
Oh,
was
you
so
like it,
corny,
girl.
bro. But it's such a banger. It's like this is what you need to kind of make this
Yep.
to something that's everlasting in the club.
And it's digestible. It's easy. Like I said, like his pocket isn't about like this, like crafty wordplay. It's just I find a beat, I find it in my pocket, and I just rhyme perfectly over that beat. And it's so different than like a Nas pocket or like a corrupt pocket, where a corrupt pocket, dude, is like, you know, he's putting words together that you didn't even know went together. Eminem does the same thing. He's Game isn't trying to wow you with like his vocabulary or anything like that. Like he just finds that perfect pocket and will jump on it, and it may only be like 3 bars, but it sounds so damn good, man. He's great at what he does in this song.
52. I think him and 50 man again. This is the Beatles. This is the modern day Beatles, and that Dre beat, and man, just one of those times. It's like, did they know? Like, okay, I would love to be in the lab when they made this.
Right.
Like, did you guys know that this was gonna be what it was? Because it's almost undeniable if you have an ear for anything. It's like, yo, this is the motherfucking one. This wasn't even the first single, which
That's
is
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah,
Like
that's
this
wild.
was, yeah, man. Just this whole music video too was very epic. We have almost everybody in here.
I don't remember the video, to be honest with you, man. I think I was out of the watching MTV and finding music videos at this time.
I remember when Game was on sitting on the bed, he's rolling that smoke up. You see DJ Quick in the club. There's a lot of people in there, man. It's
Nice.
no, it was a. But then that's when we like, oh, what the hell? What's he look like? It was like a ghosting, bro. It was so weird, bro.
It's kind of like this is way old school, guys. But initially, like when Wu-Tang came out, you never saw Ghostface's actual face. He wore like this mask, and you never really, And this is pre like where everybody had the internet and you could just Google something. But I remember as a kid, like I was probably, this is like late '80s. Like there was this whole like nobody knew Eazy-E's real name.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
nobody knows his name. Nobody knows what his real name is. And it wasn't something you could just Google in 10 seconds later. So, like there was always this kind of, like this aura and this kind of like mystery behind these dudes that made them larger than life figures for us, man.
And the next one, man, talk about we'll take. And it's not a banger. It's just one of those. It's a hip hop song, man. It's like it's a West Coast. Which is produced by Havoc. By the way.
Yeah.
Don't need your love.
Don't need your going through these G Unit albums, realizing that like Mobb Deep was down with him from day one.
Yeah,
like they were,
sure.
you got Prodigy on songs. You got Havoc making beats, and this is the first beat that goes kind of more towards a particular like region.
Yeah.
This is East Coast
Very dark.
music, dark. It's exactly what I said, dark beat. Um, got Faith on the hook, which you had some go tos. Mary J is. I always say Mary J is like the Nate Dogg, the female Nate Dogg. You put her on a hook, it's gonna be good. But you have all of them on this album. You get Faith, you get Marsha Ambrosius. Like there was certain female singers at this time where they were the go-to hooks, and Faith was definitely one of them.
And Game doing this one's so hungry. I got shot in my. I got shot. I got shit on my chest. I must confess. Last night I was a nigga that shot with projects. Now I'm back in the hood with rocks in the Pyrex, tan khakis in the Nike Airs with the dime checks. And the way he said, I was forced to live this life, forced to boast my chrome. My pops left me in the foster home. I fell abandoned like quick. Now that Mossberg gone.
Damn.
So I don't hop in the SS without the
My
Mossberg
Mossberg
homes. Like what
Yes.
the fuck?
That line stuck out.
Oh my
And what I
God.
love too about Game and kind of going back to that mentality where you always got to stay hungry. Like he was primed right here to be the dude in hip hop, and he still had that me against the world kind of Tupac. Like I still have to push. Everybody's against me because that's the only way he saw himself to keep it pushing, which is that hunger, man.
And this is
Either
MC
have it or
shit.
you don't.
This is.
Oh,
I think
oh,
the
yeah.
first 5 songs were great, but this really shows his MC storytelling because you gotta tell some stories if you're an MC.
Yeah.
You can't just how do I say it? You just can't just rhyme
Yeah.
to rhyme. You gotta rhyme for some type of story, some type of content, some type of substance. I guess that's the word.
And there's definitely a role in hip hop where sometimes you just rhyme to rhyme.
Yeah, for sure.
And we hear a lot of that, and that's more the fun music. But yeah, if you can tell a story, and I think the cool thing with Game is like he's always been able to tell a story without really switching up his style, if that makes sense. Like I can go bar for bar and tell some jokes, or I can go bar for bar and I can tell this story. And this is definitely one of those where it's that kind of. This is the grind I got to be on to succeed. And yeah, he's always been hungry. That's one thing you can never say about Game is that he didn't show that hunger.
I heard they got Bloods in New York now, Red Rags in Uptime Harlem now. I need that love. Front court at the next game, new chick, French name. Like that pocket was beautiful, bro. And just man, this Havoc beat was so special, man.
Yeah, it worked so well for Game, and it shows his versatility, man. Like it's been, you had the more soulful Kanye beat, killed it. You had the Dre Club beat, killed it. Now you got Mobb Deep making, harder East Coast shit, killed it.
No mic, no inside hype. Fuck the source. That's when
they were always
peak of that beef. Yeah, peak of that beef.
And if you guys, the Source was like the hip hop Bible at the time. Like
Yeah.
that was like that was the Sports Illustrated of hip hop. That was that was like you wanted that acceptance from them, and then they just took it a whole nother round. It was like fuck the Source, and then the Source started. They had their own issues and their own problems. Do your research if you want, but yeah, it's kind of wild, man. Like it's got like 3 or 4 different fuck the Source.
I was gassed up, Murray Inc., Rockefeller passed up, Satin Daddy's has a Black Robin, Lou, Ass Puff.
Ooh.
Now the game's set in stone. The Frank Mueller set in stones. Dre cut me a check, I'm gone. God, I've loved this song since I was a kid,
Yes.
man, and still love it. Just the way he delivers it, his voice, he's hungry. He knows again, like kind of like Buck. We'll talk about Young Buck. He knew what the assignment was, and he knew that he had to really deliver. I think of just loving hip hop. I'm gonna have it beat. I gotta bring some. I gotta bring it. I gotta bring it.
And Havoc is one of those underrated producers. Like the dude is kind of he's not gonna be doing a ton of interviews telling you what he's doing, and he doesn't have that kind of lore that like Primo has. But Havoc has made some all-time classics in hip hop, man.
This next song, we see another great producer, Just Blaze, on it. Church for Thugs.
The roll call of producers, man, is just crazy.
Yeah, it's phenomenal on this album.
And it doesn't even stop here. It just at this point, like that was what jumped out. I'm like the producer roll call is just nuts. Like it kind of reminded me not style of the album and not obviously not, but it reminded me of Illmatic. Like this rookie album and people are just fighting. Every big producer wants to be on it.
Imagine how much it cost to make this stuff, bro. Like,
yeah,
this is a very expensive album to think about
these
it, bro.
producers are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars for a beat.
And it's recorded really well too.
Oh
Like
yeah,
this sounds really really
yeah,
good.
it's
Like
all clean.
yeah, it's very. You could tell they would. I'm sure Dre mixed this album down.
Yeah,
Um,
and the sequencing in the album is beautiful.
yeah,
Like
definitely, definitely.
it's you know it was really big, and sometimes we don't even realize it, like how the album, the song that you're listening to is going to influence the next song, whether you mentally, whether you want realize it or not, it's going to influence how you hear the next song. And they put a lot of thought into that and made sure it really flowed.
Um, what did you feel about this song? Because I want to be honest with you, I was never a big fan of this delivery, and I'm a little hearing it now. I'm still on the fence about it. To be honest with you,
That's I think I'm a big Just Blaze fan. I always liked his style. I thought it was fun. I think, and it's very similar to what he did with "Don't Need Your Love," and that he was taking an East Coast beat and showing he could rhyme over it. Um, I thought it was really cool the way he said something about turn the volume down, and they actually turned his mic down, and then it turned it back up. That was creative. That shit that wasn't being done at the time. So that was creative. It's not like the all time great game song. It's probably not going to be something that rolls off the tongue when you're naming his great songs. But for an album cut, it's a damn good song.
I love the chorus.
Yes.
I've always
Yeah.
loved the chorus
Yeah.
on this one. I just it's just over my head, but I never cared for the verses on here, and it was cool. Like what he
Right.
said, it was cool what he said. But
Yeah.
I've always been the beat guy. But the beat was beautiful.
Right.
The hook was great.
Yeah.
Didn't really care for the verses on here.
And I think we've talked about this on a couple albums. When you have 7 straight like all timers, sometimes a really good song is a letdown. When you have great, 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 really good, it's like, oh, okay. Maybe it's not fully appreciated because everything else is so goddamn good.
Did you like it though?
Did I like the song?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay,
absolutely.
perfect.
I absolutely like the song. Like it's not a skip by any means.
Definitely.
It's something I will definitely listen to. And he's got the line in there about what is it? Got 2 long heaters, call him Shaq and Alonzo. Or something about the
Then
heat.
that third
and Shaq and-
verse.
Yeah.
And he comes with third. Hey man, we talk about it all the time. He has 3 verses on almost all these songs.
Everything.
I love it.
Yep.
Electroconvulsive Therapy, Part 1. My guy Timbo makes an appearance on Put You on Game, which I love.
This one, man, this is the one that I slept on and forgot how goddamn great this song is.
Yeah, this is a great one.
This is the one that jumped out at me when I was listening the last week, and I was like, this is the repeater that I was like, damn, I forgot this one. This is the one.
This is Endo, produced by Timbo. Game Over Now, the NWA Chain Choker. Like, name dropping. I love the rebirth of LA and rebirth of hip hop, and then more of a Machiavellian Big Pop. Hold up, Tim, stop. And man,
This was Timbaland doesn't get enough credit for being able to tailor a beat. He has a signature sound, and it's always going to be there. But this was almost like Timbo's West Coast attempt at making a West Coast beat, and he did not fail by any means, but still had his own signature sound on there. I thought this song was great.
girl, if you got a big back, let me bend that. Show me where your friends at. We can flip that. Let me put you on. Oh man,
Dude, there's the bar making all the racket. Got the U.S. Open.
Yeah,
that one right there. I thought that bar for bar, this was probably Game's best song as far as his verses and what he's saying and just being a rapper. I thought this was his best song.
My unit is gorilla. Fuck with, this reminds me of Mikey, bro. Mikey used to say shit all the time at school. You fuck with my familiar, I will kill you. Like, oh my god, dude. But Mikey always used to say that shit, dude. Yeah. It's Compton in the house.
And I love the end. It said something about I'm showing Timbo how to iron a khaki suit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, to me that this is some of the best rapping he does on the entire album.
No, I love it, man. Like I said, the hook was great. The beat was, man, just that. In this era too, this is 99. This is 99 Problems. Durfy Shoulder,
Yeah.
Timbo. Like this.
No, this is
bro.
like he's and at this time he's not just doing hip hop beats. He's working with Justin Timberlake and he's working with pop stars and he's doing shit for Britney Spears and he's doing shit for like all the biggest pop stars in the world. Kind of it kind of reminded me of what Pharrell went on to be. Like
Definitely.
signature style that everybody wanted a piece of. And Timberland was that dude at the time, man.
All right, next song we have, man, really love this one. Scott Storch and Dre back on the behind the production. Start from scratch. How can you fail with March on the hook?
Man,
Start from scratch,
he's
man.
got such a beautiful voice, man. If you guys, if you're into like R&B and kind of that neo soul stuff, um, check out Marsha Ambrosius,
Please.
Floetry. Yeah, just beautiful. This is like Sunday morning, chilling around the house music. You know, if you're looking to get violent on a Sunday morning, that's probably not what
Not,
you want to
yeah,
listen to. But
no,
if you want to
definitely.
just chill, hang with your lady, enjoy some beautiful music in the back,
This is
Marsha.
some storytelling shit too.
Yes, the self reflection joint is what I call
Yes,
this.
definitely.
You know, and it's a hip hop staple. You know.
Was he faded? You think?
Oh yeah,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
I don't know.
I would think so. Like, and I think either that or like he's kind of playing that role. But you know, well, you know, I do. You know,
Yeah.
I get a little bit in me, and I'm like, yeah. I start thinking about shit I've done, some regrets,
Yeah.
shit I'm happy about. You know, it's a good time to do it. So. But yeah, the self reflection joint and a hip hop staple, something that had to be done on damn near every album. Uh, but he flips it and does it his own style. And so I think it's a really good song.
Dre really has big production, right? Like we
Yes.
hear, if I can't, my name is still do that it's
Yeah.
really big. This song really wasn't as big because I think you want to hear the words that game has to say.
Yep.
And I've loved that. I've always loved that. It wasn't that big production. It was beautiful production, but it wasn't. It didn't outshine. How we do was
Right.
outshined by the beat.
Yeah.
Even though no matter what they said, the beat's gonna make you go.
Right.
Higher is really that's a Dre field thing, but this one was really let me take it down a notch. Let the game tell you what he's feeling,
Yep.
and this is a reflection track, and this is one of the best. This is that name dropping stuff, but it is a
Yep.
story, and we still love that. It made people talk, man. And I still love what he was doing here.
And we get another mention of the PS2 story,
Yes.
which you know
Hmm.
that's a game staple. But what really stuck out to me is how every song so far has such a catchy hook.
Yes.
Such a catchy hook. Like
Hmm.
they had that whole formula on lock. Like every song has a hook that is simple enough that you remember it and you can sing along with it. Catchy enough, but you know, but musically is beautiful as well. You know, I think they fucking, they kind of set the bar for what a hook should be.
Yeah, no, that just Marsha kills him, man.
Yeah.
That's it's just something. And even at the end, if you hear the end, like that little outro she has, it was always really memorable for me. And the dun dun, and then Drake, and then the beat rides out a little
Yep.
bit. Like I
No,
love it.
it's-
Homie, if I could rewind the hands of times, I would have cut off the PS2 at 12:49. I'm a gangster. I stand my ground. Who knew 11 minutes later I get shot with my own nine? I was 2 beeps away from a flat line. When you a bad boy, niggas don't want to see you shine. Jay says, my turn. You call it game time. Like,
I had that shine lyric written down because that one was the one that I was like, yep. His wordplay is great. Like and it gets overlooked. He is creative and catchy, man.
I lit up a whole K, got shot one time. That was a queen. I wish she had 9 lives. My brother Javon died because he chased a cat. It's a doggy dog world. Jesus, please holler back.
Nice.
Hey, man, if you don't want to listen, show me where Pastor Mace at.
Oh,
You know what, real fast? He took a shot by boy Gorilla Black too in the last song.
Yes,
Fucking
he did.
forgot about that.
Yes, he did.
I forgot about that. That was wrong.
that was the very end of it. He said something about Gorilla Black. I noticed that. And I was
God,
like,
he
oh,
killed
Ernie's
his
boy.
whole career, bro.
Ernie's boy got taken out.
Oh my God, totally, man. I know
That
I'm
Gorilla
off
Black
track.
album was really good, guys.
God, we're
It was
gonna talk about
really
that
good.
one day. Yeah, that's a really good. I bought that album, bro. Like
Yeah.
and maybe because it was a Biggie thing, but
Yeah.
I've learned. Me and my brother uploaded that shit on an Army game on PS2, and that was the soundtrack for the game. Because back then you could replace the
Yeah.
game soundtrack with the soundtrack
own
that's in
music.
your hard drive. Man, that Gorilla Black album was.
That was a good album.
Compton was bad, man.
You know,
Gorilla Black.
I'm listening to that on the way home. I haven't heard that in a long
I
time.
played some of that shit at my wedding, bro. Sunrise,
That's
like,
awesome.
oh my god, dude! Shout out to Gorilla Black. I've been
Yes.
trying to get him on the pod. He's fucking with credit repair now.
Nah.
I'm messing with the dude. I mess with him, my guy. He wants
That's
to fix
funny.
your credit.
Also, real quick, shout out to Stat Quo for
Yeah.
hopping in the DMs. You
Hell
know,
yeah.
we
Hell
we
yeah.
mentioned Stat Quo in the last episode. You know, and how he was one of those what could have beens, and how he had a verse on Cashville that was
Yeah,
dope.
me, yeah, for
And
sure.
Ernie shouts him out, and he hops in the DMs for the pod. So shout out to Stat Quo, man.
Yeah, man, we'd love to get Stat Atlanta on the pod. We're talking about Man, talk about his mixtapes. Talk
Oh
about
my
his.
God.
Just talk about. I want to talk about just his. What was his mind state
Yeah.
during this time? Like,
The
what was the
path. How did you
plan?
get there? How
Yeah, for sure,
definitely
for sure.
interesting stuff, man.
I would have told Big they raid every Tuesday and Thursday. When
Thank you.
pictures in your coop, you gotta watch where your birds lay. Like the storytelling's cool, man. Like you could
Yeah.
just tell. Like and another thing too. Before this album, man, when this album came out, I wasn't cool enough with my guy Mikey. My guy Mikey had the documentary. Like this is. I don't know if you remember this, man. Remember when he had his boy Billboard, and this is like the build up to the album.
I honestly I don't remember.
Damn, dude, I gotta show you. Rest in peace, Billboard. This guy has some song. Him and Game has some shit too, man. And I don't know if you remember this, but he said I'd never been to Damn. He had a song, but he says "Fuck Joe Buttons" and
Oh
Killer
shit.
Kelly. We gonna wear Timbos and furs, All Stars, Chuck Laces. That's the.
Mm.
Oh, I gotta show you this song.
Yes,
Rest
I
in
need to hear
peace,
that.
Billboard, bro. So when you hear this type of stuff, he. I'm sure he lost so many more homies, but he lost a lot of people on the build up to this album and during
Yeah.
this documentary. You see this guy Billboard, who's his boy, and he's it reminds you of Mossberg in a weird way because this is
Okay.
gonna be Game's guys and bring with them, and then he gets shot in Compton, and you see the whole funeral. You see Game kind of go through this shit. This is before how we do even hit the radio waves. And I remember Mikey had this documentary, bro. We
Damn.
watched this shit religiously,
That's funny.
and it was so weird, bro. But yeah, shout out to Billboard, man. Rest in peace,
Yeah.
Billboard, bro.
And it shows too, like at the time, like Game was pumping out product, man. Like it was documentaries, he was doing interviews, he was in magazines. Like that was how you kind of got your name out there at the time. There was no social media. There was none of that, dude. You had to be out there. And Game he had the personality, man, that people wanted to talk to him. So
You dead when that green line go flat. If you could start your life from scratch, you couldn't change that.
Mm.
Oh man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Another song we have, the title song, the documentary.
right,
Let me see who is this produced by? Jeff Baxter. I know I've seen his name on
right.
some aftermath projects. Can't tell you exactly what he's done.
It sounds like an Eminem beat.
Yeah,
I thought it was
for
an
sure,
M beat
for sure,
initially.
for sure.
But what I liked about this song is he does like a little quick time flow in the first verse. That was something he hadn't done the whole album. Thought it was pretty cool. And then in the second verse, he acknowledges some shit that goes on. He talks about the J drama. He talks about how difficult it might be to work with Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
You know, he talks about, I think Rakim is mentioned in there, and the dudes who maybe came and went and didn't work out with Dre. So I said he's the CM Punk of
Yes,
hip hop, man.
yes,
He's not afraid to
yes.
talk about anything.
Yeah, no, he's talking about you have Bustin' on here talking a little bit.
Yep.
The protege Dr. Dre can finally put the shoes on now that the rumors of Rock, him, and Cube gone. But dude, people forget that Cube and Dre were supposed to come back together too.
Yep.
And man, what a time, bro! What a time. NWA was supposed to come back
Yes.
before all this. G-Unit kind of
What was it? Hello?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what?
Hello came back,
my
dude, and they had
God.
Ren back on there, and there was, everybody's like, oh, Snoop's replacing Easy, and this is going to be the thing, and just
but-
like a lot of, rumors in Aftermath, it didn't work out.
Hey man, my guy MC Ren came hard on that shit.
MC Ren, dude,
He threw that shit down.
MC Ren is when you got personalities like Ice Cube and Easy, and you got Dre, who's such a monumental part of hip hop, Ren gets slept on. Ren was like, I love the term. He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper in that group.
Yeah, for
You know what I
sure,
mean?
bro.
Like, Ren was hard.
They said the coochie had a padlock. You slept that ass. That's alarming. It's like, oh my God. That whole hello thing, dude. They all killed it.
Right.
Man, Q had a great verse on there too.
Hello,
like,
yeah.
oh my God.
Great beat.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Go check out Hello, guys.
Yeah, sorry about that. I got I've been here now fucking with Doc. Gotta do the Calvin Brodus numbers. I didn't even know he said that, man.
Yep.
If not, I pitch rocks. Anticipation of my incarceration. Media think I'm faking like Mason. But when it
Damn.
comes to Mace, fuck that. Fuck R. Kelly. I'm gonna take it in the face.
Damn.
But that when it comes to because remember Kelly got maced
Yep.
by Jay's guys. Crazy times, dude. This is before my time, but yeah,
No, yeah.
that was going on.
Like I said, he was not afraid to talk about anything on record. Like there was no, and it wasn't subtle. There's no subliminals with Game. He'll mention your name and mention exactly why he doesn't like you.
Oh man! So this again, and then the hook was always genius. I'm ready to die without a reasonable doubt. Smoke chronic and hit a doggy style before I go out until they sign my death ticket. Death certificate, all eyes on me. I'm still at it, Illmatic, and that's the documentary.
Mm,
God, dude, what a
yeah.
great idea!
Yeah.
What a
Oh,
great
yeah.
idea! I always thought that was great, man. If I die, I did a song with Mary Blige got a hook with Faith, no verse from Jay. I guess on West Side Story, he thought I'd spit in his face. And dude, Jay was in the Maybach. I don't
Yep.
know. I think that was a shot at
It,
Jay.
it
You can say it was Ja Rule, but
right.
I think it was,
Right.
no.
And it's funny because right after I said, he wasn't afraid to name names, like in that situation, he didn't really name names. So, maybe he was taking subliminals.
Man, but that time too, dude, I don't know. I love Game, but I don't think Game could fuck with Jay in the battle.
I don't know if anybody can really fuck with Jay in a battle back
Yeah,
then.
man. But yeah, this is a great. You're gonna do like exhibit and cut half my face,
Yeah. Exhibit got the $1.50 across the cheek.
and the dude, oh, this was the song. I take credit for putting on the West back on the map. If you ain't
Yeah.
feeling that, guess I'm Gorilla
Gorilla
Black.
Black.
Look, man, killed my guy's career, bro. Horrible, man. Horrible. Couldn't have been a lot. I love that album. Um, man, we talk about this guy a lot just in our conversations the last 25 years. Havoc
Havoc.
on this beat, man. You could tell it's a Havoc, high tech.
Oh, okay. I was getting a little confused there,
No, my
but
bad.
yes, no.
We talk about this guy all the time, man. High tech on this running track with Tony Ayo and Dion makes an
Yeah.
appearance.
Yes.
And I remember him on High Technology too.
High technology too.
That song with
Corrupt
and
and
Q-Tip.
Q-Tip. Yes.
Yes. And he has a couple other joints too.
Oh,
That
yeah.
he has a solo joint on those albums, but that's the one. The Keep It Moving is what I remember
Yeah.
him on.
I was trying to think of the name.
That's the one.
Keep it moving.
Gotta live for today, cause tomorrow ain't promised to me. And that high tech beat, man, that clap, it sounds like 2 blocks, and I love it. It's man.
And this one, as I love high tech, I like the beat. This is the first snoozer of the group for me. I mean, 12 songs in, I guess it's acceptable that they can make some. And like I said earlier, it may be one of those things where it's a really good song, just doesn't reach the level that everything else has been so far.
And man, it's probably the only time I ever say this. Tony Ayo has my favorite verse on here.
Does he really?
Of all the fucking verses he had the last 2 albums, this is the one. Like, if I get knocked on my gun, I'm running. If I get, I thought he really wrote the beat. And then maybe it's because I ain't Nelly, but my Desert Eagle song, Girl, just dropped barrel, traveling in the world. When I signed my deal, I said, fuck jail, I want on tour in Barcelona and Brazil. Like, I thought Tony Ayo shined on this, and it was very, I couldn't believe it just listening to it again. And, yeah. No,
Since going through these G Unit albums, I have definitely gained a better appreciation for what Tony Ayo's world was
Yes.
and what he brought to the table.
Yes.
I think it was unfair of us to have those expectations of him to have an album that reached these levels.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
but he was great in a guest spot. The guy, he brought his own little style, and he was kind of the player of the group, and kind of not like the tough guy, but like the wild dude who was, he was like the old dirty of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Like you never knew what was coming out with, but it fit a role, man. And I did not appreciate Yayo as much back then as I have in the last kind of month or so going over these albums.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, it was enough to just be like, man, that was a dope verse, and I really missed that a lot. No more. Next song is No More Fun in Games, another Just Blaze beat. I want to be honest with you, man. I love this song. I love the concept of it. I love what he's saying. I just never cared for the song.
It gave me like the whole beat gave me like kind of 70s black exploitation movie vibes, like like a Superfly and Shaft, and gave me that vibe. It sped up. Got a West Coast touch to it from an East Coast producer. Not I don't hate the song by any stretch. It's good. It reminds me of, what did I say earlier? Where the song it's good. I don't skip it, but I don't. It's not like I'm not running to listen to that song right away.
And I love that he shouts out Rain, he shouts out King
King
T.
T,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
King T
yeah.
got a shout out.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
like I said, I love what he's doing. Like, but this was kind of like that name dropping shit. I was kind of like over it at this point, and I listen to it now. It's great. Um, but I think he lied too to us. I've been rapping for 1 year, 1 month, 17 days. No, man, I remember those JT the Bigger
yes,
Figure
yes.
mixtapes. That was a
Dude,
couple years ago before this.
dude, so shout out to my hat buddy of mine. Shout out to Mike. We just had a whole conversation about AWOL Records the other day, and Sibo and Lunatic and Larue
Damn.
and I mean we went deep, and he was talking about Tales from the Crypt and
Mm-hmm.
like that's some really niche West Coast Bay Area
Barriers,
shit.
yeah, dude.
That's
Yes,
and
yes.
JT reminded me. JT. I was always a big fan of Mac Mall. I loved Mac Mall,
Mm-hmm.
Ray
I remember that.
Love,
Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
whole crew up there, man, and of course, the RBL Posse for me is, they're my West Coast Tribe Called Quest.
Yeah, no, no, for sure, for
So,
sure.
but yeah, it was funny. We had that whole discussion about, and so I went through like the SIBO catalog for a little bit, and the LaRues and the Lunatics, and yeah, man,
The
so
game is
it
on
was
there.
a time.
Their game is
The game was on some of
shout
that
out to
stuff.
game too, but this wasn't really his debut. This was his
Yeah,
major
no,
label
yeah, but
debut.
the dude was everywhere.
Yeah, so I get the image she was painting. Back then we didn't have the we couldn't just go on the internet and be like, yo, let me see his shit. It's kind of like they kind of forget. I'm sure it was just a local regional thing, and he sounds so much different on those
Oh
albums
yeah.
too.
You know what I thought
Such
was
a
cool too was that he blew up and then gave those dudes the opportunity to re-release his stuff with his name on it. That way
yeah,
they could make some money off of it.
yeah,
That
no,
was
that's real shit.
that's hooking your boys up right there.
Yeah, 100%. Man, one of my favorite songs on this album, dude's next up, and my guy Eminem, "We Ain't,"
Yes.
featuring Eminem, produced by
Jesus.
Eminem.
It's
This is one of those things. They probably said, "Hey, this is the album, but this is what we're missing."
yep.
And just to hear that voice in the background, Compton's back on the motherfucking map after math and that ass game. Let's go.
And Game went in and he hit his 50 M like flow, man.
Yeah,
And
he was.
he did his best M impersonation, and it did not flop at all.
Me and Marcel ain't star shit. They listen to our shit. Yeah, dude. I think this is one of the Uh, like Biggie and Pac, when we saw the throat empty, and let me decide to chase it. Me, him, 50 racing. This rap shit is basic. I follow that J shit. Think what you want to say. Step in the booth and one take it.
Yeah.
Like man, he's.
And the bravado of I'm throwing myself right in the mix for top dog already.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And M and 50 did it. They went bar for bar on a couple songs. And they were both acknowledging we're both chasing the same crown. And whether he deserved to be there or not, Game was more than willing to throw himself in the mix. And I always thought that was cool. Like that confidence is why he's had the sustained career.
And Eminem so this is some of his best work, bro.
Oh, my
I know we
God.
haven't talked about the Eminem show yet, but
Oh, my
this is
God.
kind of his peak, man.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
if I'm faking, I'm Clay Aiken. Like
Yes.
Eminem doing his shit, or he's killing it, man.
I said in my notes, I said M does what M does. Like it's like you got him on a track with you, knowing he was probably going to kill you
Yeah,
on your own song, and Game acknowledges it in this song where he's like Eminem. He said something like Eminem, outdid me in my own song, something like that.
Lo, let me get on the phone quick. Tell him Eminem just killed me on my own
Oh,
shit. I'm
yes.
walking through 8 Mile, starting to get homesick. I'm doing shade numbers. I'm writing my own dick.
Yeah,
Like, oh man.
like the humbleness to acknowledge, like I'm doing a song with the greatest right now.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
No, this
That's
is a
pretty dope.
peak. This
Yeah.
is peak aftermath. Dre, G Unit. This is. I forget. People forget that these songs do exist because even now, Game low key dissing M at times
Yeah.
too nowadays. But dude, I don't. Eminem's when he's at his peak, bro. Not many can say I could go bar for him, man.
And it's funny because like being older and knowing Game and knowing the history of everything, when he does, I take the same from 50 now. Like you got to take everything with a grain of salt because those dudes, they're trolls.
Yeah, for sure.
They enjoy the shit. They enjoy like it's not real drama. It's like fun drama for them. You know what I mean? Like and 50 can take it to a whole another round. Like that dude will buy your whole building to shut down your business. That type of shit.
Sorry, Jim.
Sorry, Jim. But he can take it there if he wants to. But I think everything starts with him as fun.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
talking shit and going at you for him is fun, and then the switch flips and it gets to another level. But I think Game is the same way. I think he starts that shit out of fun, not afraid to make fun of himself. I don't know if you saw his, the the DMs that he was sliding in with the F, he'd say like E2, and the girls would be like, "What does that mean?" He was like, "Oh," he goes, "I thought this was a vending machine because you look like a snack."
Oh
But that
shit.
dude was sending that same message to like hundreds of girls
That's
apparently,
tight. That's
and
tight.
like girls started figuring out he was just saying the same shit.
That's tight.
And when it came out, like he acknowledged it, and he was like, "Yeah, I did that, and
Oh
it worked."
yeah.
Like whatever,
Oh
like
yeah.
he's able to be in on the joke too. So
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Um, Focus comes up with the next song here. I thought it was a Dre beat. Next
where
song,
I'm from.
dude, featuring Nate,
Nate
Dogg.
Dogg.
Wow, man.
Yeah, this is where the phone. I thought it was a Dre beat, and then I looked it up, and I was like, "Oh shit, Focus." Focus had an album where he did all the beats and had dudes rapping over it. I'm trying to remember the name of the album, but man, that album was good.
I'll tell you right now, there's one guy with it within a mile. It's me. Hold on, I'm gonna figure it out right now. 'Cause I know which one you're talking about.
Yes.
I'm gonna figure it out right now. Let me see. Focus.
Yeah, it's in my phone. I'm sure.
What the hell is this called? I'll just put it in here. Let's see. Yeah, dude, we were on this shit heavy because it's called Dedicated.
Dedicated.
Oh,
yes.
God, dude. I said within a mile.
Yeah.
That's funny. We know our
No,
shit.
Dedicated was a great album, man.
Yeah, you got Stack Roll in there.
Yeah, he had everybody. He had all the dudes that like kind of fell off the aftermath train. He picked them all up and
That
ran
was
with
like
it.
a black cover. I just
Yep.
remember a black and white cover. I
Yep.
don't know exactly what was on it.
Yep.
But yeah,
I think it was like kind of him in the distance and maybe his equipment in front of him, something like that.
Focus dedicated.
Yeah, the fact that I remember weird shit like this, man, is.
Yeah, there you go. I knew it was black.
Oh yeah, there you go. And it was all. Yeah, it was like artwork.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
right.
Oh,
That's
we're
right.
good, bro. We're
No,
good.
the black and white one with him in the front. That was I'm thinking the Gorilla Black cover.
Yeah, that's
where he's up in the front.
Yeah,
and, okay.
Compton Avenue, man.
Yep.
He's from Compton, goddammit.
Yeah.
So weird how we know this stuff.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah,
No,
remember
it
that
was-
Focus album, bro. That was a good album.
Dude, just real quick. So I sent my wife a meme, and it was because I do this shit all the time. It's like you say it's ADD. I think it's just entertainment when I can take whatever two words you just said and put it into a song that I remember. Like I do that shit all the time,
Hell yeah.
and I did it last night. But I also do like we'll be watching a show. I don't even care what the show is, and I'll see a dude, and I'm like, "Oh, that dude was an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air in like 1992." And I was like, "What the hell?" And we'll look it up, and that motherfucker was like a background character, and like that shit happens all the time, dude. And IMDb is my favorite shit because I'm scrolling through it every time I'm
Hell
watching
yeah.
something, dude. I'm like, that guy was in an episode of Saved by the Bell. He was a cook.
I freak out, bro. Just like right now, like I haven't thought about a Focus album in years.
Right.
And I can just,
Yep.
in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, I remember I didn't remember the album, but I remember the
Yep.
black and white cover.
Yep.
Because we really listened to this shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like I still take it seriously, but it's a cheat code now. I could just stream it.
Right.
But I took it so seriously about listening to the stuff that we gave each other.
Yes, man.
And I remember like there's little things I just remember because everything was so special. It was a unique time because everything that we did give each other was decent.
Yes.
It wasn't all
Yes.
classic shit, but it mattered, and
Yes.
you had to listen because as if you're a fan of this shit, you're a fan of hip hop, and
I've said it before, like when I had to buy an album, like I would buy an album that I had never heard of anything, just hoping to catch one song that was worth it. Like my $15 is worth it if I could find one song that I still remember today, but you had to listen to everything. You had to, and now there's just so much. Like I'll go through once a week. I go through the new releases on Apple, and my Apple Music, and I'll go to the hip hop, and it says new releases, and there'll be 10 releases, and 8 of the dudes I've never heard of.
yeah.
And it's from some record label I've never heard. And not saying it's not good. There could be some gems in there, but I don't have the time to listen to all that stuff like I used to. So I'm sure I miss out on shit, but it's just so saturated that it's hard to listen to everything. And when you bought a CD, like you popped it in, and I did at least. Like I listened from front to back as soon as I got it. Like that was kind of my thing.
And dude, that was 17 years ago. That album dedicated by Focus. Like it's been that long.
Wow.
I probably didn't listen to it all the time.
Right.
But damn, the song right here that I remember, "Shine" with Busta Rhymes and Bishop Lamont.
Yep.
That was a song that was really like, this is the shit. This is what could have been.
Oh, man.
So crazy, bro. No, it's so crazy. I'm a BLOOD. Been on songs with SOOP. I'm inside a Ferrari with DRE. And this beat just rides. He rides this beat, man.
Yep.
And this is
Yep.
one of where I'm
And
from.
Nate on the hook.
Yeah,
You
man,
know,
this is beautiful.
such a simple. This was more of a simple hook,
Yeah,
but it's Nate Dogg, guys, and
yeah.
he's got that voice, and yeah, and this is the I'm talking my shit gangsta out song right here, and
Hmm.
he don't, and he can do that too. Like he can do any style, and the songs coming up will show it.
Y'all WNBA all pussies.
Yeah,
You killed me with that line, bro. Like damn, it probably wouldn't fly nowadays,
right.
but
But game but game would still do it nowadays.
yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure,
Like
for
game has
sure.
never been shy about doing shit that might be a little controversial.
I've been banging since Mary J. Blige did Real Love. I painted the road, we're black, the West Coast is back. I smoked to that. Um, just an ode to Compton, man. And
Yep.
this was a short and sweet song, and I think it really it fits into this day. One song, dude, I remember you telling me about when I was a kid. Special and Needles on the track. Shout out to
Needles on the
Needles, man.
track.
Good lord.
Yes. Like I said, the who's who of rap of producers. He's got the big names, but he's also got these Focus, Needles, High Tech dudes who were
Who
still
built
coming
their
up at the
names
time.
off of this shit,
Built
man?
it. They created careers off of these songs.
Hey, man, girl, I'll do anything. But that Nate came in, and this is beautiful.
Yes.
I
The-
remember you telling me about the
The
song.
the hip hop love song. I always put it in quotes because hip hop love is a whole lot different
Oh yeah.
than a regular love song.
Game came with some great verses on it. Some
Yes.
good verses on this.
Yes.
Good storytelling, but he's showing love to his girls. You
Yeah.
know.
My favorite line was the Prince of Compton meets the Queen of Harlem. He said something like that in there, and it really stuck out. But
Mm-hmm.
he shows his versatility. Like
Mm-hmm.
you keep thinking like, oh, this is gonna be like one of those love songs where he just ends up talking about fucking the chick. But it's an actual love song.
I
It's
want to
like-
say it's 21 Questions like Get Rich
I like it.
Dad.
I like
but
it.
This
Yeah.
is similar, and it's
Yeah. And you get Nate on the hook. And
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
let's do it.
I love this song. But just the hook is very beautiful. Then the beat's nice. I know he's treating you the way Casey did Mary J. It was hilarious.
And the funny part is, you got Mary J on the next song.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Not that he was talking shit about her, but like he's bringing up some dark shit in her life, and then
And-
has her on the next track.
And like, let me wipe your tears with my Gene Unit bandana. The brand he's really sticking the brand. He name drops after man, G Unit, Dre. Just the brand's behind him right now,
Yeah.
man. He knows it. I love it. Next song we have "Don't Worry" with Mary
With
J.
Mary J. Blige.
Another Dre production.
Yes.
Um,
Another song for the ladies.
Yes.
And that wasn't very common in hip hop back then to have not just two songs for the ladies, but back to back like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's where things like the sequencing play a big part. Like he went back to back songs for the ladies, and that kind of sets up not you go from the hard gangster shit to okay, now I'm singing songs for the ladies, and then it'll roll into the last track
Mm-hmm.
to where it kind of calms you down. It puts you in a more relaxed place
Mm-hmm.
to where he's going to be talking about real shit. And that sequencing is beautiful to me.
Did you like this song?
It's cool.
Okay.
It's cool. Like it's the slow down portion of the album. I think more than being a great song, its job was to get you in a place to prepare you for the last track.
Okay. Okay.
That's kind of how I saw it. But I mean, it's Mary J.
Yeah, no,
her voice is beautiful no matter what she's singing.
No, definitely.
Speaking of it, have you ever seen the commercial where she's singing about she did a commercial for Burger King singing about the like crunch wrap,
No.
the chicken strip like crunch wrap?
No, I did not.
Dude, and she's literally singing like pickles and lettuce, but it's Mary J singing it, and she's like, God damn, she got a beautiful voice talking about fucking chicken strips.
That's fire.
Fucking,
I love Mary. No, I love Mary J. Blige.
dude, that's Melissa's favorite right there. So.
I love the song. I love the beat. Shout out to Dre.
Yeah.
Another great Dre, smooth beat. Just wasn't. I'm still just I listened to it the other day. I'm like,
yeah, it's
because my
Doesn't
anticipation is the last song.
yes.
That's why I'm like, I could have just went to the last song, but I
Right.
get it. We needed 18.
But like I said, the sequencing set up that last song. I think
sure.
it gets you in a mind state where you're no longer focusing on the gang shit. Because I mean, right before that, dude, he's doing "Where I'm From."
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's talking about his blood set and all that stuff, and then progressively rolls in because it would be hard to jump into that I'm a gangster shit straight to I'm a dad.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough transition to make.
Definitely.
So like, I think those two songs did a great job in setting that up.
Uh, like father, like son. Buck Wild on the beat. Shout out to
Buck.
Buck Wild. This is
Yeah.
like after whoa. This is
Yes.
yeah. He has some great
Yeah.
production. This wasn't the start of it, but this was a nice way to end it. And man, one of my favorite
Yeah.
songs of all time
Uh,
right here, bro.
I loved Bust Down the Hook. I love, and as a dad, like I can relate to everything going on. I can relate to being nervous and being scared. I still, I tell Mia all the time, like I remember driving to the hospital. Like I
Mm-hmm.
remember the drive. I remember what I was wearing. I remember so many little things because it's a big moment in your life. So to have that, like he put that all on an album and it's very relatable, man.
And
It
he
makes
had
me
the little details I like too. Left my
yes.
camcorder in the truck,
Yep.
right? Didn't tell me we're out of breath, sweating. I swear to God, every minute's starting to feel like a second.
Yep.
Oh man, like
No.
my son's ultrasound closest I ever been to heaven, and just that beat, man, the violin heavy
Yes, the
and
violins, the beat, his laid back way of telling a story is perfect for this song.
I hope you grow up to become everything you can be. That's all I ever wanted for you, young and like father like son. But in the end, I hope you turn out to be better than me. And my little man, your day is coming.
Yes, I'm
And
running.
then ad lib in the back, like that was
No,
so
that's
such a classic fucking busted thing, dude. And
great. The again a catchy hook, and it just shows like he had Busta Rhymes, who was a star back then, guys. Like Busta Rhymes
yes,
was huge, and he's
yes,
like, just sing the hook,
yes,
and because he did such a damn good job on the hook, it's like he is. It's like a verse almost.
yeah.
It rides that way.
No, this was a beat, man. It's this is storytelling
So
and
what's the first verse of I mean the first bar of verse 2 because I wrote that down but I don't remember why.
first bar, verse 2 was they say every time somebody
Oh
died,
yeah,
a child is born. So I got thinking who gave my life for the birth of my
my
son.
son. Yes.
11:32, she's screaming at the top of her lungs. I'm panicking. Nurse yelling for the doctor to come. I don't. Have you? Did you do that too, D?
But
When we had me at the Moss class breathing,
no, no.
breathe, baby. Oh
So
my
so
god.
so the lead up to Mia being born wasn't exactly the storybook,
Oh
So
shit.
so me and her mom we're in a great place now, and we're great friends and have raised a great kid
Yeah, yeah.
together. We weren't exactly on the best terms at that
Uh,
time, and so like we showed up separately.
ah,
We showed up separately.
damn.
But I was there for it all. I was there from
Pass out?
beginning to end. No, 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 no.
Oh fuck.
No.
I'm
I
scared.
do remember Mia tells the story all the time, dude. They handed her to me right afterwards, and I cut the umbilical cord and did
Oh
all
yeah.
that. And she was like this funky gray color. And the first thing I said was, "Is she gonna stay this color?" Because she looked. It was like a weird color. Mia laughs all the time because that's a very Tony Donez thing to do. Like, man, she gonna stay this way? And I'm like, oh my God, she's beautiful. And I tell her all the time, so, all these, oh, everybody thinks all babies are cute. She was not like the first 2 or 3 days.
And me and watching this, I swear to God on my life, I remember when your dad called me and said, "Ern," I probably called him actually. "Ern, I'm gonna have a baby." And I low key got emotional. I was like, "Man, I want you, kid. I want you to keep giving me music." And I thought that was gonna be the end of my music days. I'll never forget. That was so long ago, bro. I was only
That's
21 years
Yeah,
old.
and we're talking about it. My twin daughters, my stepdaughters, but they're my girls,
Oh
just turned
shit!
22
God
earlier this
damn.
week, and then my youngest will be 21. So, guys, your boy is old.
Damn, that's
Your
crazy,
boy is
bro.
old over here.
I was at
I'm closer to 50 than I am 40.
I was at 2001 Greenwood Street, baby, right there on
Damn.
Niles, man. Never forget that shit, bro.
Yeah, man. But
Um,
yeah, this song, man, it's a great way to end an album.
Hey, dude, shout out to Baron Davis. I
Yeah,
didn't know that was his
yes. Yeah,
godfather.
me
Yeah,
either.
man. What a time. Compton's a really, LA's a small place, bro.
Yeah.
Favorite beat and favorite song, D?
So favorite beat, man, and really it came out of nowhere, man. Is put you on game.
Oh, shit.
Put you on game, man.
Okay,
Just
okay.
that beat, and I will be completely transparent. I've never been like a big Timbo guy. Like, I mean, I respect Timbaland. I love the singles he's done, but I've just never been like, oh, I gotta hear what Timbo did. But the 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 horns, the pianos, the hard ass drums, it gave me a feel of like playing Madden.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that beat, man. You could go like 5 different routes if you want to. Like,
I
there's all
have,
kinds of beats
I
that you can
have
do.
two. It's going to be Dreams, which I love because that sample and
Right.
just the way he flowed on it and how we do. Just because I can
Yeah.
play that to this day and it's distinctive and when you hear it, it's like, oh, yeah.
And I considered both of those. Like, and yeah, and tomorrow may be a different answer.
For sure. No,
But yeah.
that's the point of the classics.
Yep.
Favorite song on here?
It is and always will be "Hate It or Love It."
I was just about to say the same thing, bro.
It's always going to be "Hate It or Love It."
Hate It or
Man.
Love
That's
It is
just
my
a
favorite song.
classic hip hop song, um, and I think like it's the perfect song to kind of wrap up and describe this whole album.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like there's songs that I mean, how many songs on here do we listen to? Be like, oh yeah, that could have been a single. That could have been a
Oh
single.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
there's,
yeah.
there's probably 10 singles on this album.
Yes, there is.
You know, and but they're all real songs that weren't even made to be singles. They're just that damn good. So I think that one really wraps up what this album is.
I love it, man. Man, this is. I think this. Man, let me find out exactly what number this is for us. This is number 20. We
20.
broke it down. 20
20 of
albums.
these?
20 albums, bro.
Damn.
The documentary Halo.
Damn, the
that
next
was
the next one will be legal of age to drink.
Yes, it
The
will.
next one will be 21.
And so we did this whole G Unit Aftermath run, which was fun.
Great.
I want to be honest with you. I don't want to do Yayo. I don't want to do the Massacre. But I would like to talk about the next one, the debut album from the DOC.
Oh, I just told my brother yesterday
This is fucking
that we need to
crazy.
do this album.
We'll
Literally,
do it.
Jason, I'll show you the text message. I text my brother Jason because he sent me the formula.
Yeah,
And I was like, we need to talk about this album on the pod.
I've been planning. This album has been on the list since day one.
My
And I
God.
just wanted to go through the damn G Unit run just so I can get
Right.
out my system. I'm kind of glad we got out of our system because I always say,
Right.
fuck, I want to do the Young Black
Right.
album. I want to do the Bake song. I want to do the Game album.
No, and I'm glad we did because it brought me back to music I hadn't listened to in a long time. Like, I
Yes.
probably would have never gone out of my way to listen to Straight Outta Cashville
Yeah.
on my own. But I've been listening to it ever since we rocked it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm glad we did this. But, man, the formula.
This is going to be one of our favorites. Something that you showed me a long time ago, when
Right.
I've grown to love it. And just if you see how many people's DOC has influenced and how many songs he's wrote, the tragic story, we'll talk about all that.
All of it.
But we are gonna,
No one can do it better.
No one can do it better, and that's gonna be Keep Grinding the podcast. What's in the Deck 21 when we come back, but this is episode 191. This is What's in the Deck episode 20, and the game, the documentary. What a West Coast classic, brought the West back, and
Yes, sir.
it,
Yes,
it
sir.
built a great career for the game too, bro.
Yes.
One of many. Like you said, we did the mixtape games, the 300
Yes.
bars, the albums, the Jesus pieces, documentary 2. Man, LAX, fucking, what was the one after this?
They were
Damn, the documentary.
Doctor's Advocate.
The Doctor's Advocate was another great Buster.
yeah, even like you get Red Album.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he's done lots. And the thing is, he's put out so much content that there's a lot of filler stuff out.
Yeah, for
there's
sure.
a lot of stuff where if you're listening to everything, you're like, but if you take the highlights from all that stuff, the game has done some classic shit.
Yeah, man, no, great. He's an MC, man.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, DJ EC3,
Tony Donez here, guys.
and we out.